This episode is gonna piss a lot of people off, but you know what? I'll do it. A brand not making your size in something does not give you grounds to talk and degrade the brand. Brands are allowed to want a certain look and image with their products. They are allowed to make things for the people they want to make them for.
Hey guys, welcome back to Liminal Period. It's your girl Chun-Li Shoddy. Today I want to take a look at a video that really pissed off the body positive community. This video was uploaded by Leo Skeppy, who is actually a part of the body positive community himself. However, whenever you're a part of these cult-like communities such as the women's movement or feminist movement or trans movement or any of these super polarizing identity focused groups, whenever you're saying anything that does not land well with the members within the group, they seem to always turn on their own. Whether they agree with your messaging or not, the delivery, the tone, everything matters to these sensitive people. And unfortunately for Leo Skeppy, who is a part of the body positive community, he's received a lot of responses from other influencers as well as his followers, and some of the crazy things they're saying, such as they feel unsafe watching his TikTok videos now that they know how he really thinks. But anyways, before I start rambling, let's get into it and take a look at his video.
Not making your size in something does not give you grounds to talk shit and degrade the brand. Brands are allowed to want a certain look and image with their products. They are allowed to make things for the people they want to make them for. I've been seeing too many people talking shit recently, and it's pissing me off. People are allowed to have preferences, and brands are allowed to create an image with what they want and have a specific type of person wear what they have. Not everybody needs to be catered to by everything and everyone. This is a lesson I had to learn when I was fucking fat. I used to think clothes.
Okay, so yeah, you can already see the energy that he's coming into this with, and honestly I appreciate it, and I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with what he's saying. What he actually is defining is target market. This is literally marketing essentials. This is marketing 101. So what is a target market? A target market is a group of people that have been identified as the most likely potential customers for a product because of their shared characteristics such as age, income, and lifestyle. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple years back, Lululemon also got some heat as far as not being inclusive enough because of their size ranges. And a company is allowed to have that. Companies, in order to be successful and a part of a good business plan, is being able to define your target market. And the target market is not just simply defined by one of these things. Is also going to be defined with your demographic, your geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. I just wanted to share that what he was saying earlier is just a company defining its target market. Not only is there nothing wrong with that, but that is essential. So anyways, not everything is going to be for you because not everything was made for you. Like literally.
And brands are allowed to create an image with what they want and have a specific type of person wear what they have. Not everybody needs to be catered to by everything and everyone. This is a lesson I had to learn when I was fucking fat. I used to think clothes just weren't flattering. No babe, the body wasn't fucking flattering.
I don't think this is gonna go the way you want it to, bestie. So I just kind of think it's weird that you are inserting yourself into a conversation that has absolutely nothing to do with you, honey.
But a lot of brands don't make my size in a lot of shit still. And if a piece of clothing is not flattering on you, it doesn't mean the item or product is not flattering or is not good. It's not made for you. I'm a size 16 shoe. A lot of brands don't make my size. Do I waste my time and lend my energy and focus to what I don't want and what I can't have and attacking brands for not making my fucking size? No. Every single human being is very powerful. You have to be careful with where you put your attention and your focus. For you to stick your attention and your energy on what doesn't work for you, what is not made for you, and what brands don't want you to wear their fucking shit, you're never gonna have mental space to think and look for and discover brands that are made for you.
Like all this stuff like that. So basically, he's like, you don't get the right to complain about brands because they want to cater to a specific look or specific body. So he's kind of defending the corporate side, the business side, all these people who make so much money.
Yeah, I see absolutely nothing wrong with what he is saying. once again, if the brand is not catering to you because you're not its target market, move on. Go focus on another brand. Go focus on another company. Now, are there going to be as many companies in existence or stores that solely focus on plus size women or plus size men? No, but that's because that is not the norm. It's starting to become the norm, especially here in the West. So perhaps the sizing in stores will start being bigger and bigger and bigger. However, that is not healthy. That is not normal. So these stores are not catering to oversized bodies.
Where he's like, you know, it's not the clothes that are ugly, it's your body that's ugly in the clothes. Yeah, he's like, you're just fat and it's not cute.
And your fat phobia is showing, and it's weird. This is not cute. And normally I wouldn't make a video like this. I'm just sitting on my couch.
This is literally what they do.
Watching Now That, editing some videos, just being a fat bitch. I mean, what would you know about not fitting into clothes or having
Did she even watch his video? He said he wears a size 16. He used to be that as well. So I'm pretty sure he knows a thing or two. He's also 6'7". He is also someone that is facing some of these issues as well. Most pants are going to be too short on him. He's 6'7". Maybe it's not going to be the same issues that you're dealing with because you chose to be morbidly obese. But for him, he didn't choose his height. He didn't choose to be 6'7". He didn't choose to have a size 16 foot. People who are in this community are just only focused on their own personal issues, and they don't choose to make the changes in order to not have these issues. And I'm not talking about people with health issues or people who are, unable to work out because of physical limitations. I'm talking about regular people like Tess Holiday who choose to be fat.
Is that something that you've struggled with or that you struggle with? No, I was like waiting for you to say something, but I don't think I'm gonna hear you say something about that because that's not something that you...
And again, it's not just a weight thing. There are people who are too short, and have to go to the kids section, or women, like I have plenty of Asian friends who have really small feet. They have a size 4, size 5 as grown as women. How are they going to find high heel shoes? It's hard for them. A lot of times, like whenever they have to be bridesmaids or guests at a wedding, they go to the kids section and buy these little kitten heels that little girls wear or they go back to Asia and buy the shoes because stores in America don't carry shoes their size, and vice versa. Whenever I go to Vietnam, they don't have clothing a lot of times in my size, and I'm not big. It's like even shoes. I wear a 7.5, 8 in US women, and over there I have to wear men's shoes because women over there, they don't have feet our size. So again, it's like not every store is going to be inclusive of every body shape, every body size, every body height. There's just so many different things. And if it is so hard and there is such a big community or population, like why isn't someone in the body positive community building a fashion line, building a store, some store? Like why aren't you guys doing it? Go make millions, Tess.
Would know anything about. And as someone that has modeled and been on runways and worked for designers, I can tell you that they do want us. Every fashion season they drop new statistics, and it was no surprise that size diversity is down in their clothes, the ones that have worked with us. And yeah, maybe not everybody in the world kisses our fat asses, but there are designers that work with us. So
then go buy from them. Then what is the argument here?
Yeah. I don't know what else to say because everything else is going to sound mean and I don't want to be like you. But ew.
Clothes not being in every single person's size is very, very minute and a very minuscule thing compared to what else is going on in the world. Maybe go the fuck outside and go experience some real contrast and see what other people are really dealing with and living with, and you might be a little more appreciative of your situation and the fact that you can go find other shit that does fit.
Again, I don't see anything wrong with what Leo is saying. He's not dismissing it. He's just saying it's not a big deal. He didn't say it's not a real thing. It's just not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Like there's so much going on in the world, and all of these people in the body positive community have to worry about is just looking for cute fashionable clothing. It's not a big deal. Like, go outside. And while you're at it, take a walk in the park. Well, let's just see how they are going to interpret his messaging, okay? Because again, like, the people in this community seem to be very sensitive. So, like, I like what he's saying, but a lot of times I know the things I say can rub people the wrong way. And I know for sure people in the body positive community do not appreciate what he has to say.
Is very, very minute and a very minuscule thing compared to what else is going on in the world. Maybe go the fuck outside,
like wars,
and go experience some real contrast and see what other people are really dealing with and living with. And you might be a little more appreciative of your situation and the fact that you can go find other shit that does fit you. Brands are allowed to do what they want. I'm not saying they're right or wrong for discriminating. They're gonna do it. You bitching about it is gonna do nothing but
target
ruin
market
your emotional state and your mental state. That's what I want to protect you from. I gotta be a little harsh with you because I love you. But get your fucking focus off the shit that ain't for you so you can find what is. I'm gonna go buy the shoes that go to my size. But key point here, if my focus is nothing but stuck on the brands that don't make my size, I'm gonna feel nothing but frustrated, irritated, singled out, and pissed off. I'm never gonna find my size in shoes that I like if all I'm doing is sitting here crying how most brands only go to a 13. Fuck them.
Again, I see nothing wrong with what Leo had to say, and overall, I think it was just a little bit of tough love, and some people appreciate that. I know I do. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead and share some of the responses that he received, because I'm not really sure if they were watching the same video that I was watching, but apparently a lot of them are really butthurt.
Shut up and get on that treadmill if you want to be included, which is genuinely so high school behavior. And him having friends who are plus size or who were plus size, and he had the gall to go, well, move on. Like, this is something that people deal with on a daily basis, not just women, men as well. If I want to talk about a multi-million-dollar designer company not being inclusive, I will, because they don't care about me. And I mean, they don't really care about you, so you backing them up this much is absolutely bonkers. But what do I know? All I know is this is high school behavior, bruh. And telling people to shut up and get on the treadmill if you want to be included is crazy.
Just like
He literally didn't even say shut up or get on the treadmill, but okay.
very freaky take, because like, why do you care so much? I think it's clear that the people that care more
he's a part of the
about
community.
talking about how brands need to be more inclusive are people that don't get the luxury to wear those clothes that we wish that we could wear. But one thing I feel like that he thought that he like said that was like amazing, that like literally is so opposite of the truth, and I can truly say that by experience, is that no, by calling out these brands and by saying that there are so many people out there that like want to buy, have the money to buy the clothes, want to wear these exact clothes that you could just take a little bit more time to make the exact clothes. We don't want different clothes. We don't want frumpy different. We don't need a new style. Same exact clothes, just make them a little bigger. Just give us some more options. The more we talk about these things, hello, what happened for me 3 years ago? These brands actually started listening because I was calling them out. And yes, did I do it in an appropriate way? I don't think I was bashing the brands, but I call these brands out saying like, I want to wear your clothes too. Hello, do you see me over here? And like letting them be aware that there's a lot of us that also would like to purchase their clothes. And what happened? I ended up being the face for Victoria's Secret Pink and helping them with their size inclusivity. Did that work out amazing? No, maybe not amazing after 2 years, because maybe their priorities were in other places, but
she just said it. It's not going well. And why was it not going well? It's probably because there's not enough people within the body positive community who's actually going to put their money where their mouth is. It's just like women wanting to support women in the WNBA. It's like you're complaining about these stores not being size inclusive, and whenever they do come out with lines, it's like, how well are those lines doing? How fast are those items selling out? And I'm really curious. I think there should be a sales analysis, and I'm sure plenty of businesses are doing that, because quite frankly, businesses go where the money is. So if the plus size clothing is selling out like hotcakes, like you said, it's like, we want to wear this clothes, give us more options, do this, do that. It's like, you guys want all of these things, but are you guys actually going out and purchasing it? Or are they investing into a product line that is not actually selling? Therefore, they had to stop it. Therefore, their priorities shifted because it's no longer making money. I really do think that it would be interesting to take a look at the sales analytics of companies like Victoria's Secret or Forever 21 or Fashion Nova who have had an extensive plus size line. I want to see those sales numbers compared to their standard size clothing. Just like when Rihanna came out with her own makeup line. Rihanna was a singer and now she's a billionaire because of Fenty. Makeup foundation used to not have a wide range of shades. A lot of women that were more melanated or women of color, women that had different undertones weren't able to find foundation that would actually suit their skin and would look nice on them. When Rihanna came into the game, she changed it. She introduced like 40 different shades. And so now, guess what? She's a billionaire, and all the other companies that previously did not have a wide range are now coming out with their own wide collection. Everyone has introduced 20, 30, 40 different shades, and you see it from drugstore products all the way to stores like Sephora and Ulta. So anyways, getting back into it, companies will make the clothing if they sell. That's it. They're not doing it to hurt your feelings. They're not doing it because they're fat phobic. They're doing it because no one is buying it.
The face for Victoria's Secret pink and helping them with their size inclusivity, did that work out amazing? No, maybe not amazing after 2 years because maybe their priorities were in other places, but they let me in the door. I did my best. I was able to speak my mind in those board meetings and say how I felt. Then what did I do? I created Revolve's first brand that was above an XL going up to a 4X. First went up to a 3X. People complained. I realized that was not good enough, and we got it to go to a 4X.
Tired of seeing your face all over my For You page, but I want to chime in also. My turn. You mentioned later in this video that you used to be fat. And you say that clothes looked bad on your body because your body looked bad. You use derogatory terms to speak about your past self and give the word fat a negative connotation as if it's a bad thing. Clearly you had a lot of self-hatred at that time, and I do feel for you in that aspect. And you clearly worked hard to change your body. It's gotta be difficult to see fat people online that are happy with themselves, that don't feel like they need to change their body, that don't want to look like you, that don't want to lose weight. Fat people that love their body at any size and embrace themselves, because you could never do that. You had to lose weight to feel good about yourself, and you still don't feel good about yourself because you're online talking about fat people. And this logic that you're setting up, a brand can want to have a certain look. A brand can want to have a certain demographic. Now, let's play pretend that somebody came on this app and said a brand doesn't have to include black people because it's not their demographic. It's not their look. Well, that would be racist, right? And you would never...
I want to hit pause there because this is something that a lot of people in the identity politics space always do, is that whenever they come towards any type of challenge, they like to compare it with blackness for some reason. It's like you see it with the LGBT community, you see it with, the feminist movement, and now you're seeing it within the body positive community. Okay. And, honestly, these companies, once again, are not excluding you. They're just not including you. Like, they're not doing it. Let me see how to say this. Because that sounded backward, right? Like that, the fact that they're not excluding you, they're just not including you. What I mean is, like, if you were to lose the size, you would fit into it. They're not doing it because of you. It's not a personal thing, okay? They're just not including you as far as, like, their priority. It's like whenever you go to a steakhouse, their priority is not to be inclusive of the vegans. It's just not. Does that mean that their mission statement is to exclude people who are vegetarians and vegans? No. Just don't go to the establishment if it doesn't have something to offer you. But yeah, like I hate it whenever they start comparing it with black people because, again, it's like you do have certain trends and certain styles and certain clothing stores that cater to a certain demographic. It doesn't mean that you can't shop here. It just might mean that you might not like anything that's in our store. But that's not our priority. The priority of Bass Pro Shop is not going to be inclusive of people who are into streetwear or clubbing clothing or, event gowns. It's not. So in a way, I mean, like, yeah, they're discriminating against those people. I don't think I'm reaching with these comparisons, but you guys let me know. Am I reaching or is she reaching?
Say that because the color of your skin, your disabilities, etc., those are things that you can't change about yourself, and so you would never say that about somebody that can't change something about themselves, like their skin color. But using that same logic, you assume that every fat person has the ability or the desire to lose weight. Look like you, to be like you, because you did it, you lost the weight. Why don't they want to? And you offer up this logic of, well, I've lost the weight. If you want to look good in clothes, just lose the weight. And you alienate everybody. You alienate fat people that are happy with their bodies, that don't want to lose weight, that love how they look, that love their bodies, that feel confident.
And if you do, then you should also understand that you are going to be, like you guys say, limited to the clothing choices that are currently available for fat people, or take it as a business opportunity and start your own clothing line, or become a designer, or just sell. It's like you don't even need to go like, and I know like a lot of people, oh, not everyone has the money. No, it's like, it's not going, like, I'm not saying it's not going to cost an investment, but it's not impossible, especially with drop shipping, especially with online stores like Alibaba, where you can just buy the items in bulk. It's like, again, like if you guys need marketing or business lessons, like there's YouTube for that. There's classes, there's schools, there's books for that. Don't say that there isn't a establishment or their businesses aren't being inclusive enough when you guys have the opportunity. That's not what you do. The body positive community is so much more than just accepting fat people. Like the body positivity movement is supposed to be about accepting people with disabilities, people that might have irregularities within their bodies, things that they cannot change, people that might have lost limbs. It's not just about people who are obese, who chose to be obese and is choosing to not do anything about it. Like you said, they're fat and they're happy.
Are happy. You alienate fat people who have recovered from eating disorders that have worked very hard to get their body to the size that it is right now. You alienate fat people that struggle from things like PCOS and thyroid problems and even cancer. You alienate fat people that have disabilities like lipedema. You alienate fat people that don't have the ability to lose weight, even if they really want to, because they live in food deserts, because they don't have access to healthy foods, to diets, to regimens, to training, to programs. You alienate everybody. And you act like it's some sort of choice. Like, oh, well, you're choosing to
like,
live
let's be
this
real.
lifestyle.
Like most
get
of
out
these
of it.
people
When
are
that's
not
just
suffering
the
from these
truth.
conditions.
You pissed me off. The Fatphobia on this app continues to astound me and piss me off every single fucking day.
I think that's going to conclude the video because, again, like I don't understand why there is just so much hate and so much anger in response to the video that Leo put up that he actually had to go ahead and delete it and then even put out an apology. And I think it's just crazy, but you see it in real time. That's what happens when you don't believe in the same messaging and ideology that the rest of the cult does. And in this particular case, the cult is the body positive community, the body positive movement. But anyways, I've shared my thoughts, and now it's your turn to let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I really enjoyed having this conversation today, and I'll talk again with you guys next time. Bye.